Welcome back. Well, Theresa May is desperate to try and win back support of her party. People like our next guest, Andrea Jenkyns. Thank you very much for being with us in the studio this morning.
Good morning, Sophie.
You, of course, voted against the Prime Minister's deal. You've been very vocal in the reasons that you don't think it's a good idea. What would she have to do to win your support?
First of all, the Prime Minister needs to hold her nerve. I think we've seen a lot of movement over the last week coming from the EU. You know, we've heard them say, we've heard talk about, rather than having a backstop and a border between Britain and Northern Ireland, we're hearing talk now possibly between the EU and Ireland. So we're hearing stuff like this. We've also heard this week about the French farmers fearing us leaving on a no deal, and also the fishermen. You know, we're hearing ministers in France saying that the fishing industry could be destroyed, be catastrophic for them. So they are starting to get a reality check now, the EU. They've been doing all this brinkmanship. So I think, first of all, the Prime Minister needs to hold her nerve. Secondly, I'd like to see her bin the backstop.
But completely?
Completely, yes.
Would a time limit be enough to win you over?
I think they need to bin it completely. I mean, we've seen the report that Steve Baker and has released this week, along with Peter Lilly, showing an alternative. And let's not forget the ERG came up with, a policy in which we can use existing technology. We've had Owen Paterson out at the borders.
At the same time, though, we spoke to Ireland's Europe Minister on the show, Helen McEntee. Yes. She said that there's no compromise on the backstop. Well, so someone can't both be right.
No, but with respect, you know, they get so much subsidies, Islanders, from the EU. They would say that. They would be, you know, retorting exactly what the EU.
But it's also because they're worried about the border. They're worried about peace.
But let's not forget as well, with the ERG papers that we've had over the last few months, Lord Trimble, who was involved in the peace process, has been involved with these and has recommended these alternative solutions. Now, and also, if we look at the EU, they suggested back in March last year about the Canada Plus. I mean, if we can extend that for Northern Ireland, then that's fantastic. Then we are delivering on our manifesto commitment.